Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna do another hide and sneak style video. We're gonna go to the Fort of the Damned and check out all the places where you can hide on the Fort of the Damned if you were going to tuck on it and steal some loot from some people. So bear with me as I travel from all the way the hell up here, all the way down here. So there are a few ways that you can get to the Fort of the Damned when you are preparing to sneak on them. Hopefully you can have a rowboat. If not, it's kind of a far swim, but you can do it. So there's a couple of places to hide. There's Castaway, there's Snake. You know, basically any of the islands around, so from here up, are going to be your good chances of getting the Fort of the Dam and hiding your freaking ship. If you have a rowboat, you know, that definitely opens up a lot of other places where you can hide your ship. Ship hiding and rowboats are pretty much rule number one. If you don't have a rowboat, obviously you can swim from these closer islands. It'll just take you a little bit of time to get there. So as you can see, I'm at Fool's Lagoon, and Fort of the Damned is directly east of here. I just happen to have gotten a rowboat. So this is a place where you could do it from. I think the most common one is from Crooks, because you can really hide your ship behind it. But because the census fort isn't actually active, I'm going to go ahead and just row from here so I can show you some of the row spots to put your boat and stuff. And some people like to scuttle if they think they're just going to do a rowboat play. There's definitely valid reasons to do that too. I kind of like to have my ship around just in case I mess up the rowboat play. I'll be able to go on my ship and just try and sink them. And if this fort was live, you'd see the big skull in the sky. I'll link a video of me actually stealing the Athena from the Fort of the Damned, which is really fun. I really like it because I didn't fire a shot. And you can do this with multiple people. You know, this isn't just a solo tactic. I know. I heard it was on Pace 22's stream about an idea of having a server where everybody logs in and all they have is a rowboat, and there's a couple ships out there, you know, that you can find, and I was like, oh, that would be cool. And then like have another layer of like you have to have enough wood to repair it and all that kind of stuff to make it into a ship and all that. I thought that would be a fun idea. And there it is, the Fort of the Damned. Normally you want to park your rowboat on the back side of the island because the whoever's at the fort is normally at the front side. The front side's the shallow side where you can get up. The back side is this big hill over here. It also makes for an easy escape if you have your rowboat out back here, because you can grab the loot and just jump off the top into the water, right onto your boat, and get the hell out of there. I found the key to this is just don't park your boat close to the shoreline. I have a terrible time trying to turn rowboats because I don't have as much. I don't have any excuses. I don't know why I'm bad at driving the rowboat. But anyway, I like to keep it out a bit so that I don't get it caught in rocks and stuff. But then once you're here, like there are places you can go to hide along the edges of the fort. So normally you'd have sound cues and stuff like that, so you know what's going on just by the sound. And you can obviously see there's no way somebody's going to see you in a spot like this, you know, unless they're actively looking for you, right? And, you know, dead giveaway is there's a rowboat sitting out in the middle of nowhere. So, yes, people are probably going to know that you're here, but everybody knows that when they do the Fort of the Damned, that somebody's going to be sneaking on it, right? So, it's just a safe assumption that if you see a rowboat out there, somebody's sneaking. I think it's a safe assumption of if you're doing a Fort of the Damned, you're probably going to get somebody sneaking on you, you know? And so there are all these little places you can hide amongst the edges of it. You really want to try and be as close to the water's edge as possible so that when you do the hide, it puts your body under the water. You see how much difference that makes? Because it's already a dark environment, so just upping up your chance of not being seen. Obviously, if they're under the water and looking, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. But a lot of people just aren't that smart, and they'll be like this. They'll be scanning like this, and you won't see somebody that is just under the water line if you're looking at that view. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's all kinds of good spots to sneak. This is a good one because it kind of gives you some visibility around the corner. Because see, now we're headed towards the front end of the fort. And again, this isn't great, but it'll give you the visibility. Plus, you're not sticking out like a sore thumb. Most people do this in really dark clothing, so. When you're at an active fort, there are skeletons that you have to worry about. So that does complicate hiding. So let's go up into the fort, and the places you can tuck at the fort. Kind of limited, but at least you'll know where they are and where to look for people. So this is the bottom area. This is that shallow spot where I was telling you where the normally the people doing the fort are right here. You know, because what they'll do is they'll pull the boss down from up top down to the shore here, and they'll shoot it with cannons. For the most part. I mean, some people just go gung-ho and do it with snipers and blunder bombs and all that kind of stuff. So the obvious places to hide on the Fort of the Damned are going to be towers. You know, the problem is when you do a tower like this during the Fort of the Damned event. So like if you were to just come up here and sneak, you know, the skeletons will sometimes aggro on you, and it's a dead giveaway. They'll all be surrounding the bottom end of the tower that you're tucked on. Unfortunately, that's just sometimes it happens. So if that happens, you know, your spot's up, and try and find a better spot. You know, so in this case, we'll go up top, because up top is like the main spot where you can do it, and most of the time the skeletons don't aggro on you when you're up top, so they don't give the telltale sign of, oh my god, there's somebody hiding up here. You know, you just come up here, hide, and now you've got the visibility of the whole camp, and you can see what's going on, and you'll hear gunfire as they're fighting the thing, and the music and all that. From up here, you can actually get to a couple other ones. Let's see how rusty I am. So I'll get that first try. Come around the back side of it, hide, and you're good to go. Again, another spot where skeletons can aggro onto you, and they'll stand at the base of this tower. They won't be able to hit you, but again, they'll give away your position. It's not often that happens, but it does, so just be aware. And then there are places to hide outside. Like if you wanted to hide on some of the spikes and stuff. The problem is that you can't get back up. So they're not going to find you here. Skeletons aren't going to find you, but you can't get back up, so it's kind of useless. You're going to have to run all the way back to get back on it. And yes, you can go out on the actual spike if you just want to see around. But yeah, there's a lot of little nooks and crannies on the outside of the fence. The problem is, again, the skeletons will get you through the fence. And as you can see, there's our rowboat ready for us to leave with the loot if we were to steal it. You know, let's go back up. All kinds of different hiding spots along the rocks here. I think the key is knowing when to go up. So say you're sitting down here and you're waiting for the boss to die. Once the boss dies, you're like, sweet, I'm gonna go run up and see what's going on. And you know, there's normally some chaos on the boss dies, depending on how many people are around. You know, if it's like only like a sloop or something, it's only like 2 people, you can wait for them to open the vault and then come up here, slay them out. You know, whack, 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 and then go in, steal the Athena, go around. You know, you already know the escape. I have it in my video. You just come back over here and jump right off the edge, and there's your boat. And then you just go until you see land, and once you see land and find out where you are, you can pull up a map online. If you don't have one already saved to your desktop, you should. Or on your cell phone, so that you know, oh, I'm at Steven Spoils. Okay, that means I just need to go northwest to this area or whatever, you know? Just good tips there for that. But yeah, that is the Fort of the Damned. This is kind of a short video, but I kind of wanted to put one out like this. I'm gonna do one for just generic fort hiding. That's next on my list. There was a new update for the game. Season 1 is open. That adds a whole bunch of new quests and things like that are kind of buggy and obviously aren't going to load for me. Because why would they load for me? Because I'm just making a video on it. Anyways, guys, that's the Fort of the Damned. See you next time. Hopefully, tell me your stories below about your steals at the Fort of the Damned. Or if you've ever been stolen on by somebody and this helped you find the person. When it's empty, like, so say when all the skeletons are done and you're trying to like hide the loot. Well, now I'm just jumping right back into it. There's tons of places to hide the loot. Say you're the only one left alive. You sunk their boat, but you don't have your boat and your partner's off to go get your boat, and you want to get all the loot. You could hide the loot in so many different places. You know, there's plants, you know, that you can hide in. It really does depend on your exit strategy on where you want to hide them. But tons of different places to hide the loot. And it's always good, especially in the middle of some crazy combat, to hide like the Athena, right? So that somebody doesn't come and steal your Athena. You know, maybe you just throw it out here on this ledge. So nobody's going to see it when they're around here. You're going to know it's here, and you can just jump over here and get onto the ledge and pick it up and then jump out, and you're good to go, you know? So, there's that. Just make sure that, you know, try and have a plan of escape. 1 or 2 plans of escape is probably nice, you know? I tend to do the rowboat play the most. You know, because I'm really after the Athena. That's the glory piece. It has nothing to do with the amount of money or rep or whatever. It's just the one piece that's worth stealing out of the Fort of the Damned every time, you know? Everybody covets it, so it's a big loss when somebody loses it. So you kind of get that pride of being the Athena thief, which is nice. This is fun, you know? And then in the end, if all you stole was the Athena, the people didn't 100% waste their time. They got some loot, and you don't have to feel bad. But you got the big piece, right? I hope this helps. Let me know. Tell me your stories. And I'll see you in the next video. Like I said, it's going to be hiding at forts. Just a standard skeleton forts. Places you can hide and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll see where our videos go from there. Alright, thanks guys. This is the Fort of the Damned sneak. Have a good one. Later.